Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well today. In today's video, we are going to talk about simple things that you can do instantly to boost your mood. And I love this video because I feel like we all get stressed and we're all human beings. And so not letting yourself get to that state of it getting worse is super important. And so these small little habits can influence how you feel. So let's get right into it. The first thing that's really important is I think that your environment and where you stay 100% is going to affect you. And I used to be a person to like hog all my things and I would keep my clothes for years, and it's not ideal anymore at all. I don't think it ever will be, but depending on if you have enough space and it's like somewhere where you like don't go, like if you have like a storage room or, that you never go into, you never like enter it, like, okay, maybe that's a little different. But at the same time, I just feel like when you have a cluttered environment, it won't help you mentally at all. And once I started getting rid of things that didn't please me anymore, like even though I thought they were aesthetic and they were like my vibe, it's to an extent. And so I got rid of so many of my clothes, so many little accessories in my room that just didn't serve me anymore. And it will 100% make a huge difference. And trust me, because I've seen it made a difference in my life. So I'm here to tell you all these things that I'm telling you guys, everything that I tell you in my videos, I do, because I'm not going to tell you something that I haven't experienced, because that's just fake. But anyways, so the next thing that's super important, I think, is first, let me start off by saying sometimes when we think about becoming better or fixing our mood or trying to fix something, our mind thinks that we have to do the most extreme thing to feel better. Like we have to go on like a 20-mile run to feel just a little boost of energy. And so that mindset is terrible. It's terrible because if you're feeling overwhelmed and your mind only goes to, okay, well, I have to do this 20K mile run just to feel a little better, obviously you're not going to go on that run because you think that's the only thing that's going to make you feel better. But there's so many different things that you can do that are small, little small action steps that you can do that will actually help you, but you have to do it. You can't just say that these hard, challenging things that I have to do will make me feel better. Because in reality, like, yeah, they might, but there's different things that you can do. So for me, it's going on a walk. Now, because that's convenient to me and I know that it'll help me. So other people could also say journaling, yoga, whatever. We know those stuff. But I can give you a list of like 20 different things that you can do, but you have to see if it'll benefit your life. Because for me, like if I'm feeling stressed and I go on a walk, let's say I'm feeling like a 5 out of 10 before I go on a walk, and then I come back and I'm feeling like an 8 out of 10. But for someone else, they could feel like more tired and more drained, and then they come back and they feel like a 4 out of 10, right? Don't go on the walk. Do not go on the walk if you're feeling stressed at all, because that's what helps me, you know? Now, pick a habit. Write down a list of like 10 different things. Don't do them all in one day because you're not going to stay consistent, but each day do a habit and see how you feel. Rate them. Rate each habit after you do them out of 10 and see which one benefits you the best. Do it for a week, okay? A week's literally 7 days. The habits can take literally less than 5 minutes. You could even just take a foot outside, literally step a foot outside. You don't have to go on the walk. You don't have to write a 20-page journal note about how you're feeling. Do the most simplest things within those habits and see how you feel, okay? And literally take 5 minutes out of your day. So pick a habit. That's the next one. Now, after you pick your specific habit, I'm going to give you a habit that is backed with scientific proof, helps me, helps other people, guaranteed. And I don't care if you aren't into meditation and yoga, whatever. That's not the point. The point is, when you breathe within a rhythm, right? When you take literally one deep breath and you hold that breath and then you let it out. You can do it again. But if you literally just did that, like you took one deep breath, hold it, and let it out, and see how you will feel after you're stressed. You can do that in your bed. You can do that in a chair. You can do that sitting on the ground. You can do that standing up. Breathing is something that we do naturally. Breathing is so normalized within us as human beings and animals that we don't think that it'll do anything for us. But it actually does. And if you don't believe me, go do your own research on it. But trust me, take a simple deep breath. Now, what I find also super helpful is if you're taking a deep breath, hold that breath. Hold that breath as much as you can and then let it out. One time. You can do it 2 times or 3 times, but I'm telling you, you can literally do it 1 time, you will feel better. If you want to go to the next level with the breathing, okay, all right. When you breathe in and you hold that breath, breathe in again. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me try it real quick and show you guys, okay? So you're going to breathe in. Breathe in again. And let it out. And I swear to God, it will help you. You just have to trust me and try it. You can even do it right now. Try it during this video. And you don't have to be stressed. You can be stressed. You can be overwhelmed. Whatever. Okay? Next habit. Okay. The next habit is your mentality. Now, you're probably sick of people talking about mentality and the way that, your perspective is, but I'm going to run it down so simply for you when you're stressed that this will help you. Okay? When you are thinking about something mentally, if I tell you, don't think about an elephant, you're going to think about it. Don't do that. You're probably not going to want to do that, but your mind's still going to think about that thing. Our mind and the way that our thoughts and ideas all come together forms emotions and feelings. And obviously, when we feel an emotion, we don't have control over that emotion whatsoever. When you feel an emotion, that's your body naturally doing it on its own, right? Like naturally when we feel something. But it's what you do after you feel an emotion, right? It's what you do after. And so sometimes we have control over our experiences and emotions, not emotions. Sometimes we have control over these experiences and things that we do in our life. And sometimes we don't have control. And I notice that sometimes when people don't have control over situations, they feel more upset. Because they're like, why do I feel a certain way if I don't have control? Now, if it's something that you do have control about, think about like what I said in the beginning. What is the simplest thing that you can do to change it? Think about the simplest thing that you can do for you to change whatever thing that you do have control about. Okay? Now, if it's something that you don't have control about, that's different. Because naturally you have to, I don't want to say get over whatever that thing is, but if you don't have control, what other things are you supposed to do? Like you can obviously do little habits that can help you, but it's like, you have to understand that, let's say, I'm going to use my last video as an example to this, okay? So my last video was about getting disrespected and what to do, how to not let people disrespect you, something like that, right? So if someone disrespects you, obviously you don't have control over that. You might think that you did have control over that because if they're talking about, let's say, the way that you're walking or talking, right? You're like, oh, maybe I should change. It is my fault. I do have control over that. But you don't. You don't have control over the way that you talk or you walk. That comes naturally to you. And so you kind of have to, the best way I could say it, and it could sound cruel, but it's to let it go. Because if you don't have control, you need to learn to let that thing go. If something is stressing you out and you want to boost your mood, but it's something that's stressing you out and you don't have control, you have to learn to let it go and to move forward. And I have videos on that, so go check those videos. But That's the simplest way that I can say it. And you know, we're all human beings. We're all gonna get stressed at times, but it's like, I'm gonna talk about myself for a second. When I used to get stressed, sometimes I would let it affect me the whole day. Like, I would get stressed and then it would affect me for, even it could be like 2 days, depending on what it is, or multiple days. But now I can't do that to myself. If something stresses me out, I have to get to the bottom of if I can control it or not, taking these small little actions to help me, because everything that I'm doing in this video, saying in this video, you can do in less than 5 minutes. Like, okay, maybe the decluttering can take like 10 to 15 minutes, but overall, these habits that you can do will barely take time out of your day. The time you spend scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or on your phone or watching a movie or going downstairs to get something to eat, you literally can do. And it also comes from a place of loving how much you love yourself, and that's self-respect. Because if you don't have self-respect, you're not gonna find enough motivation to do these things. And I have videos on that too that you can check out, but you have to get to a point where you love yourself so that you can quickly do something that'll make you feel better, and you know that it's gonna benefit you in the long run. And it's sometimes really annoying too, because I agree. Like, if you are gonna do a habit, something, you're just gonna do a task, right? And you know that it's gonna benefit you in the long run, but it's hard to do in that moment, we don't do it because we don't feel motivated and we feel tired, or like you just don't think that it'll help. But you have to see if that thing, and literally just think about it, if it is gonna help you in the long run. If it's like a small little habit, 100% do it. If it's gonna take longer, then make the time for it, you know? And you have to learn that self-respect. You have to believe that you deserve to feel better. You have to believe that you deserve to have your mood boosted and to have yourself feel better, or else you're just gonna be stuck. You're just gonna be stuck in that position of what you're feeling and those emotions, and that's so important. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something in this video. And I also wanted to say that I'm so thankful for all the comments and support. I love making videos for you guys. It makes me so happy that they're helping you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.